Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is day 756 on my journey to 2000, where I play a game of chess every day, put it on YouTube for folks to watch, track my progress on chess.com, learn from those that subscribe. Currently rated 1449 after a loss yesterday, but I was notified that I have been awarded more ELO due to one of my opponents violating the fair play rules of chess.com. So cheaters are out there, folks. They're out there. I'm wondering if that is a hindrance to ever getting to 2000. I would like to think, well, I'm still a ways away from thinking that that's even remotely the reason why I'm not improving, but I'm hoping that the higher my rating gets, the less likely I'll see cheaters. I don't know how that works. But in any case, hope everyone's doing well out there. And yeah, let's see who I'm playing today. Ah, yes. Alice. Rated 1450 out of France. I still have yet to... actually, this might be a good video to do it. If you are participating in the community and had voted in the recent poll, so if you're unfamiliar, I put a poll in the community section of YouTube. Asking if I should change openings or stick with what I've been doing. And the feedback was that I should switch. That was the result of the poll. All right, so here, or here, same thing. Actually, here. Way better. So, for this video, if you comment happened again? I've fallen for this so many freaking times. Oh no. No. Oh, that's what I was talking. I needed to ask that question in the beginning of the monologue instead of in the middle of the game. It's so dumb. Bad, Patrick. Gosh. Now there's no way to even save this. All right. Well, this is going to be, I think, a relatively short game here. I'll do some puzzles afterwards, though. actually wonder how many times I've fallen for this one. Some good moves. Yeah, this game's gonna be over pretty quickly here. Then I'll jump into some puzzles. Apologies, folks, if you were anticipating an actual game today. I have disappointed you. All right. That's a bummer. Kind of wanted to play a good game of chess today. Can't move that knight or that rook. Thank you for the game. I'll do a quick review because I know exactly where I messed up, and then I'll jump into openingtree.com to see how many times I've fallen for this, and then I'll make a sticky note to say, don't talk during the opening, Patrick. I think the last time this happened, I played these moves and they played the C pawn, and I told myself, if I saw this C pawn move after this opening, you gotta be wary of this queen to A4 check move, because it is, typically they'll come out here, or they'll do this. But this pawn push is definitely suspicious, especially after this, because it has the same. It's the advanced variation, right? So typically this move is okay if it goes here, right? But in this variation, where I get my bishop out first and then do this, recapturing is no bueno. Take the bishop, take the knight first. Forces the queen out this way, and then you can take. All right. Yeah, the rest of the game was pretty apparent. It looks like I did miss an opportunity to make a good move here. I was kind of checked out though, so not much. Okay, discovered attack on the queen. But they block here. I go here. Wait, no. All right, after that move, discovered attack on the queen. They can go h7. And if I take, that's good for white because the bishop's there. And that's game over. And then I take with the knight, take here, and then I take. So that gets me in a better position, but doesn't give me the advantage. All right, let's jump over to opening tree. And I'm playing with the black pieces. All time controls. Continue. Analyze games. Flip the board. Looks like I lose a lot more games when my opponent plays d4. I should probably practice the d4 openings. Somewhat more even when they play e4. So here, 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 here. No. Well, I haven't played this variation before. Or maybe there's a transposition that I have played. Yeah. Yeah, 2 games. In both games. How do I see the games? Who is it against? Yeah. They usually say who the game was against. Oh, there we go. Oh! It was against the same person. Look at this. All right. All right, Alici. I see you. I see you. Oh, I'm going to try not to do that again. All right, let's jump into some puzzles here. I'm not going to do a rush. I'm just going to do a few more difficult ones here to talk through my thought process after the coaching session with Dennis. Okay, checks. Got this, and I can win the pawn, but there might be more. They go here or here. Check. Let's see. Check. If they go here. All right. Yeah. Check. They could block, but I take. So they're either here or here. And either one, I think I'm checking, which again they block, or they go back to the second rank, and then I take and win the rook. Yeah. All right. Let's see, what do I see? First off, I see this attack. But let's go checks. Oh, I see this queen here too. So it could be queen up, check. King over. Check. King down here. Check. And then king can move anywhere really. So check here, check here. I kind of want to figure this out before making the move. Are there any other candidate moves here? I don't think so. Okay. So after taking that, I can close off that square before checking with this move, but they just take it. Ah, but it's defended by the queen. There we go. All right, so I was on the right track. I just couldn't get the sequence of events there. Okay, what do I see? I see this. Check. But then here, then that's made, so they're not going to go there. Here. And that's check. Here. The queen's covering that square. All right, so check here. Take with check. And they could take here, which is not good. Check here. I think that knight blocking the bishop is good, so I don't want to take it. Check. Here. And then attack the queen. No, because queen comes out check. I'd have to defend with this. But then I'm still threatening mate because the bishop's here. So after that though, yeah, I don't like that. Check, check, check. Here. I definitely think these are the... Oh, okay. So if I do get rid of the knight, then I can come over here. Oh. Because then the queen can come over check. Definitely a visualization challenge here. But I think that's where just repetition comes in, practicing more puzzles. All right, what do I see? I see a queen sacrifice and then promote. But there's escape square and they can, well, they can't block as I take. And then from here, I should probably figure out the line before trading off pieces is good. I'm gonna try and just figure out the line before moving. It's so tempting to not do that though. Let's see, checks captures attacks. I see a check. here or here. Here I check. If here I take. There we go. That's a free rook if I've ever seen one. See, in my mind, the puzzle's over. We got a free rook out of it. But the puzzle keeps going. So that's where, yeah, I could think about the puzzle start to finish. However, if this were a game, in a pinch, I could easily move my queen to a safe square, and I would have won that exchange, say here, to defend against the rook taking. Right, but in this puzzle, there's more. And so it might be. I mean, that might actually be the move. It is, yeah. Well, I guess in this situation, the puzzle wasn't over because of this attack. And I actually needed to, it wasn't as simple as moving the queen. It was, oh, this rook is hanging, you need to move the queen to the right square. So maybe I stand corrected. All right, I see this take, I could take back. But that does nothing. I see this check, and because this rook is covering the d file, either have to take or move over here, and then it's a free rook. Didn't see the check. So here, this is the move, and then bring the rook down here because they've got this. And if this rook wasn't here, any of these moves would have resulted in mate. So the puzzle didn't get to that far. So. What do I see here? I see a check. They can come over here. But then I take, forcing this. And it's not as appealing because take. So if I were to check, and they come over to block, and I take, they take, and then I take. They could still take with the king. And I'm still down in material. Alright, so that's not it. I could take first, sacrifice. And if here, check. And then there is mate possibilities with that. So here, if they go down, I check and they're over. That's mate. If I check and they take, then I check. They're either here or here. If they're here, then it's mate because of the bishop. And if they go up, dig, check here. Yeah, there's no mate. There's the mate threat with this. But then here, check. Yeah. This one's tricky. Queen h5 was I liked getting my queen closer to the king. Now here, take. No. So now do I check and win that rook? No. Do I take the queen and then take this pawn? No. Is it to sacrifice the rook? It is. Okay, but then this is that's the visualization piece that I think I'm lacking in my tactics here. Seeing the whole board. So if I were to do this puzzle again, oops, oh no, where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. I was gonna say if I were to do that puzzle again, taking inventory of all the pieces at a board level is important. Okay, so I've got queen on this rank here. I've also got this queen covering this square. I've got the rook covering this square, and the rook can come over and check, but it's defended by the queen. So that's not an option. This is the only square that's not covered in that moment. So check here, up, and then I could come up here, check. And that forces them to this square. Then I've got check. Yeah, that's weird. It's like getting too far out there. Check, check. Check. Here, here, or here. Either one of those is check. Kind of like the idea of queen f3. This is where in the game the clock runs down. I haven't evaluated all potential options because I could go check. I could go check. And there's a lot of variations to each of those moves. Here or here. Either one though is check, and then it's here, here, or here. If they are here, then I can check. Wait, no, it's the queen. So at some point I have to make a move. Or this check. never saw that one. That's the correct move. So in that puzzle, I spent so much time. How long was that one? How much time was that? I don't see the time. So much time talking through the scenarios of this and this, when I didn't even find all the candidate moves in the first place. And the one that the answer was pretty freaking simple. So let's make sure we find all the candidate moves first. This one seems pretty straightforward. Here, check. And then we've got check. White to move here. This square's covered. So I've got check here. Got check here. Do I have any other checks? No. So, at least I don't think. I mean, I do have this check and this check, but nothing else. So let's evaluate these two moves. If here, this is forced. And the only way to keep checking, because this bishop's defending the pawn, is to either go pawn h4, check, which they can't take, they can't go back here, they can't go here, and this is covered. So that's the puzzle. What? What? What is going on? I know this one. This? Let's go to the analysis here. Alright, so they are there. I check. They go here. And then this is... Oh, no, because of the square. Dang it. I didn't think it all the way through. Alright, let's keep going. It makes me think this is the move because this is forced. And then I can come up here, check. Yeah, okay. This is a pattern that I've seen before. I was concerned about this move because they have check here. So why is this a mistake? Oh, because it allows for the pinning of the queen. Okay, so let's see. Then they come down here. Alright, let's do this. This. Check. Whoops, no. They take, check. And then here they check. And then I guess I block. And then they have to move their queen because otherwise this move. Either move their queen or here because the bishop's under attack. They could also do this because if then I do that, they've got check and they win it. But I'm still in material, so. All right, last puzzle here before I think I'm gonna play another game for tomorrow. Black to move. Seems too simple. Why is that so simple? Okay. Okay. there you have it, folks. Day 756. I'll see you tomorrow.